welcome back to Andrew Severe's podcast. Today we're going to be talking about football and women's volleyball. Now, if you missed it, we had a game yesterday and we won 24-20 against Florida Memorial. That was the best game I think we've played since I've been here, and I've been here for 2 years. Now, it was our first contest as EWU, Edward Waters University, and the first as an NCAA Division II institution and a member of the SIAC. The first game under Coach Toriana Morgan, and the first game inside our new multi-million-dollar field, Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. Now, if you didn't know, this game was apparently called the Big Cat Classic between Florida Memorial Lions and Edward Waters Tigers. It was our first win against Florida Memorial since 2012 when we beat them 66-34. If you missed the game this past Saturday, you got to know that we were our worst enemy. We were throwing interceptions, fumbling the ball, but special teams came out on top. Every coach will tell you if you win 2 out of the 3 phases in football, you're destined to win the game. And we did amazing in defense and we did amazing in special teams. I believe special teams we had 2 block punts and a block punt for a touchdown. We had a field goal. Kickoff team, I believe, didn't let them pass the 20-yard line. It was all in all great special teams game. And no one believes special teams is important to football, and I believe it is very important to football, coming from a kicker at least. Back to us being our worst enemy. Start of the game, we had 2 kickoff returns called back. 2 kickoff return touchdowns called back. I believe they were about 98 yards. Everyone was called back, and we were just killing ourselves with penalties. I believe we had 98 yards of penalties towards us. Like, for example, we turned over the ball 3 out of the 4 possessions in the first half. That's what killed us. I believe if we didn't throw the ball away or didn't fumble the ball, I believe we could have won this game easily by 30 points. Some key players that I want to acknowledge or shout out are Tiberius Horn, Sedquan Smith, Stevenson Fernan, David Johnson, and Karan Johnson. David Johnson, Karan Johnson, and Sedquan Smith are all our quarterbacks. I believed throughout the interceptions and everything, they played a great game. Sedquan Smith, I believe, is a freshman, and he played his heart out. Tiberius Horn and Stevenson Fernan are one of our lethal 2 receivers, and I believe you need a quarterback or a receiver to take your game to the next level. I believe if you don't have a quarterback, you have no type of chance winning. If you don't have receivers, you have no type of chance winning. You need receivers for your long plays, and you need quarterbacks to execute those long plays. And I believe with those people, we can do big things. And one more person is me. I'm the kicker punter. I believe I did pretty good. I had a 32-yard field goal yesterday, and punting was pretty good. I think I had them on the 5 at one point. But other than that, I think yesterday was a good team win. We fought to the end. If we didn't fight to the end, we would have lost. We didn't put our tails in. We dug down deep, and we came out with the win. Some coaches I want to shout out are Coach Carter and Coach Jenkins, our offensive defensive coordinator. I believe they're the best offensive defensive coordinator that Edward Waters University has seen, has dealt with, has you know, them two together are peanut butter and jelly. And I think with them is the reason why we won this game. If we didn't have them, or if we had one of them and not the other, I believe this game would have been completely different. I believe that our defense would have been as good as it's been, and our offense would have been as good as it's been. Them two are really good. They're close. They fight together. And all in all, they're the big reason why this win was how it was. As I said earlier, Edward Waters University is a D2 now. We just moved to D2 last season, I believe, or I guess 2 years ago because of COVID and everything. But we're under the SIAC, the SIAC, and we play HBCUs as in Albany State, Benedict, Tuskegee, Savannah, Miles. And also going with those schools, I think those are going to be our toughest games. You know, those schools have high caliber players. NFL teams always look at them, and I believe that we can go 8-3 this season. You know, it's going to be hard winning all these games, but I think with everyone we have and everyone that we're going to have, we're missing a couple players last game. I believe we're missing about 5 players. We're missing about 2 receivers and 3 defensive players. And I think with those 5 players that we were missing, I believe that we can do really good this season. We had a transfer. His name is Jimmy Stoudemire. He is a receiver, and I believe he came from Arkansas. And he is a key player that we missed because of complications with the transferring stuff. We're also missing a receiver and another receiver and a long snapper. Our long snapper didn't do too bad last game. You know, it was kind of a last minute thing because we thought our first starter was clear, but he wasn't. But our long snapper that played yesterday did really good. He dealt with under pressure situations, and all in all, I believe it was a really good showing for him. Now we're going to be talking about the women's volleyball team. If you didn't know, the women's volleyball team is really good. They've been pretty good for the past, I believe, 2 to 3 years. The volleyball team is under the same as a SIAC, the SIAC. And if you missed it, they had a game this past week. They played Coastal Georgia. They lost 3-2. And if you don't know how volleyball works, it works in sets. It's the best out of 5. And, you know, all in all, that game was really good. Really close game. But I believe that our volleyball team can be a lot better. Key players I want to acknowledge or shout out are Anissa Guzman, Morgan Billingsley, Andrea Mecerda, Areli Sosa. All those players, I believe, are key players to the volleyball team. You know, Anissa Guzman's our captain. She's been at Edward Waters for, I believe, all 4 years. She is a stud. She's great. She puts in the work ethic. You can tell she puts in work ethic every time. And Andrea is also another key player. Her and Anissa are best friends, I believe, and best friends on and off the court. And with them setting off each other and everything, I believe this volleyball team can go 24-5 this season, and I believe they can do really good. They could make a run for playoffs and everything if they put their mind to it. Thank you for watching Angels Viewers podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to what I had to say about our teams. Best of luck to our volleyball team and best of luck to our football team. I'm number 23 on the field, if you're wondering. I'm the kicker punter. You only see me a few times on the field, but yeah. Again, Thank you for watching. See y'all later.